Well, one of the special things about the new series that we're starting today is that I think this might be the first time on this channel, and I mean you can fact check this. It might not might not be true, but it feels like it, that I feel like I have like a balance of dub and sub on this channel. Because normally it's like aggressively sub, like it's obviously mostly sub, and then I'll generally have 1 or 2 shows per season that I'm doing in dub. But this, I'm doing Sakamoto Days dub, Solo Leveling sub, Zenshu dub, One Piece sub, Gurren Lagann dub, Blue Box sub, Dr. Stone dub, Ave Mujika sub. 4 and 4. I'm balanced. It's crazy. So yeah, the shows that I'm watching right now, there's a healthy mix. Now, I was actually planning to do Sakamoto Days in sub. I genuinely was. The reason I changed it up at the last minute, essentially, is because I saw the cast of the dub. Firstly, I saw that it was the same day dub, which that always helps immensely. If there's the same day dub, there's a much higher chance that I'm going to do a reaction to the dub. But the other thing is that I saw the cast and I can't pass this one up. This one has a lot of great people in it, but the main thing that drew me to it is Matthew Mercer is playing the lead role in this dub. And that's special. Like, I feel like I don't want to miss out on a dub like that, because Matthew Mercer doesn't do that much new anime anymore. He will, like, generally come back for characters that he played. Like, he played Jotaro in JoJo, and he played Levi in Attack on Titan, and he played, Law in One Piece and stuff, and he comes back for that role whenever the character pops up. But I feel like he generally doesn't start new anime as a character. So because I mean, he's a very busy man. He's in a lot of video games, and he's in Critical Role and does all of this crazy shit for Critical Role. So how does he have time for it? But he's in this dub, so I have to watch it. I have to watch it in dub. Now, I don't need to justify it too much. I feel like you could click any dub video that I have for the first episode, and I spend a lot of time in the intro justifying it. I don't really need to. I like dubs, I like subs, I like them both because they are both incredible, and neither is better than the other. And I don't want to hear any arguments about it. Any comments that are left about it, I'm going to ignore, or if they're particularly rude, I'm just going to remove. So it's not worth it. Go somewhere else with your childish bullshit. But I am very excited for this show because, well, I'll tell you, with my history of Sakamoto Days, I have the tiniest bit of history with it, and that is that, I feel like it was years ago, like 2 years ago, I think I read the first chapter of Sakamoto Days. All I remember is basically the premise. It's like an old retired assassin. It's like a John Wick type thing, but he's like, quite a lazy looking, quiet man, I believe. But I don't quite remember if he talks much or not in the bits that I saw. And the series is known for its, like, good fight choreography and stuff, right? I've also heard that some people, especially in Japan or something, were not super satisfied with the trailers that they saw of this, and, like, that the animation didn't necessarily blow them away. But I'm going in with, pretty tempered expectations. I'm just looking for a fun story. I only read that one chapter of Sakamoto Days and don't remember it because I had heard it was pretty good. And I remember the first chapter didn't fully grab me at the time. But that doesn't say anything, because sometimes that happens with like a chapter or 2 chapters of manga, and then it starts to hook me after that. And sometimes a manga doesn't hook me, but the anime adaptation of it will, or there's a bunch of things. So I'm curious to see if this show, wins me over, and if this is really interesting, and I'm keen to jump into it. So make sure to support this video. If you want more Sakamoto Days, make sure to support the video, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And you can go to my Patreon account down in the description below if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos. All of that stuff helps me out a lot. And go check out some other videos on this channel, and on my Jent Watches One Piece channel. There's so much stuff. Anyway, let's jump into Sakamoto Days episode 1. Is this the main character? No, but he's like... Is it him in his young days? I honestly can't tell. I know what the main character looks like. I think it is supposed to be him when he was younger. Cool. Oh. Holy shit. Oh, hell yeah. Reminds me a lot of Yor from Spy Family. Oh, goddamn. Just dodging bullets in a narrow hallway.
Fucker, come out.
Fucker.
Once a hitman was Taro Sakamoto.
Taro Sakamoto.
Was unmatched. All evil men feared him.
He's got a cool
And
design.
all hitmen.
Good evening, how are you?
Aww. Oh, he's just like
Sakamoto fell in love.
his future wife. She looks like Kobani
Got
from
married.
Chainsaw
Had a
Man.
baby.
There we go. That's the
Sakamoto
character
grew
that I've seen.
Out.
Oh, OP? Cool. I like that. It was like a relatively chill song, but it was good.
Watch this, mister. Bullseye. I get a free juice.
You just drew on his window.
I think that's quite... That boy's been hanging around a lot lately.
His wife is very cute.
Aw, let me try it one more time, mister.
Oh. Oh, black ink on white pants? No.
Oh, goodness me. What should we do, dear? Come on, put me down.
Oh, a big shoe print.
You're dead.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's much too far. Oh! Oh, it was in his mind. It was in his mind.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, maybe that's an overreaction.
Ballpoint pen to the carotid artery is a rough way to go.
What? How do you...
I saw what you were thinking.
What? What do you mean?
Sakamoto.
How did you see that?
I'm Shin the clairvoyant.
The clairvoyant? What? This is more like Spy Family than I thought.
Why is killing me the first thought that comes into your head? Come on, it's me. You're wasting your talent. And look at how fat you got.
He's happy.
I'll never be a hitman again.
Man, so is he only gonna communicate through his thoughts to him?
Feared you.
Yummy.
When the only thing you ate. Honestly, I can hardly recognize you. You're so.
Oh. Damn. With a box cutter.
Could it be a disguise and he wants him to off somebody?
No, I think he's just a helpful man.
So I figured, who else could I call?
Oh my gosh.
My daughter's not eating her vegetables.
What? Damn, so he's just a good dad as well? What? Okay. Wait! What the fuck? I thought he was just gonna be an idiot and just cut it in half, but...
What are you? But you know what, Mr. Sakamoto? At least as far as I'm concerned.
His wife is so cute.
See you around.
Little brats!
Don't break the toy arrow.
Though.
You were still so freaking cool! He made me fat.
He's a big
You
fan
can't
boy.
book my cover. Kill for the chance to work with him again.
I don't really think that's necessary, do you?
I don't think I can kill
Tub
him.
of lard Mr. Sakamoto is. He won't be a problem if we.
Shin nation without asking and you die. Sakamoto broke those rules. That's why we can't let him live.
That's classic
Remember
assassin
this.
story, huh?
You're whining, or I'll put you on the ground.
You... I don't know if you...
Dick.
You don't hear that in anime
Choice
often.
here.
Get off my dick.
And if it has to be done,
Maybe you can do it right.
It was Shin, wasn't it? Good to have you back so soon.
She's so sweet. I love her a lot.
Sorry.
I'm going to
Playtime's
kill.
over on.
Yeah. This isn't going to go well for you, dude. But at least you're in the OP, so you probably survive. I think I've also seen you on the cover. So I imagine you're going to be a major character. Oh. Oh.
Goodbye!
Oh! Oh my god, are you serious? That's fucking crazy.
Where is he?
Oh my god, he's like MacGyver. He's got all this fucking... Oh, it's great. Oh! Yeah, you're fucked. Oh! That's fucking awesome.
What was I thinking?
I feel like the impacts so far all feel really impactful. Each kill and hit, like I can feel it.
On the second floor of the store.
And they got you some food. That's nice.
Maybe it's poisoned.
Why wouldn't he just kill you while you were asleep?
Well, I've spent years building up.
So good.
Just like you, Daddy.
Oh my god, I hope we get the
Such a
wife
strange sensation.
every
In all my
episode.
years on the job. I appreciate the meal.
Aww. We hope to see you again. Oh
You wanted to see me, Shin?
no, he's gonna be in big trouble for not killing him. Is Shin gonna have to be on the run as well?
You excuse.
I'm begging you! Let Mr. Sakamoto live!
Aww.
Why would you want that? Why are you covering for him?
Because he's a nice
It means
guy.
something to people. If it's about responsibility, then let me die in his place.
Oh my god.
Just let him go. Leave him alone.
Damn, man.
You pointed a gun at the person I admire the most. This is how I make it right.
Whoa.
If you put a bullet in your own brain, I'll spare some.
Holy shit.
Yeah, right. I'd never do that, you worthless fool.
Thank goodness he
Now
can
hurry
read
up and
minds.
I can't really say I'm surprised.
die. Oh, right. He reads minds.
He knew, but he forgot.
Only one thing.
Oh my god. It's so fucking... Holy shit. I like the music so far. Is that just a taser? Oh my god, he's a good shot. Oh! That guy got off easy because he's probably still alive and the other guys have been shot in the head.
Great shot from up here.
Oh, and he can hit. Yeah, he can read all their minds and...
He can read your mind if you get too close to him.
Fan out and surround
That's
him.
wild. I didn't know there'd be mind reading in this series.
Down to my last mag.
Shit.
Guess I'm gonna have to push my way through.
Sakamoto's probably gonna show up. Oh! Sakamoto.
I'm finished.
Oh, here he is! Hell yeah! Chopsticks. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's just catching them! I was like, how did he deflect that first bullet? He just caught it. With wooden chopsticks. Back into the waist. Hell yeah, he tore the gun apart! Oh yeah. Ooh.
Amazing.
Fucking awesome.
There he is. Taro Sakamoto.
And this is him bringing like the weakest weapon in his arsenal. He brought a stun gun and some chopsticks and some knives.
You bugged my gun? You must. I really am leaving town.
Is that a...
An apron?
You're working for him?
800 yen per hour. If you have, it's paid.
Can you please stop eating your ramen right next to me? Ugh,
Why?
I don't want to mess up my brand new shirt.
Oh, I see.
And our supply's starting to.
Oh,
run
this is really
low.
nice. He works there now.
You think so?
It suits you, Shin.
Oh.
How did you know? That's just what I was looking for. Thank you, dear.
You'll be a great employee.
No.
It beats the hell out of my last job.
Why? What was your last job?
If you say it, you're dead.
Hello, welcome.
Okay, ED. Nice. All right. Well, I'm going to start this discussion by talking about the OP and ED, since sometimes I like to split up the OP and ED into their own video. And so in case I do that, here's a discussion just for the OP and ED. Man, I liked the OP and ED quite a lot. I mean, they both felt like simple types of OPs that I really like. Like, I don't think either of them reinvented the wheel. They both were like kind of just what I'd expect for an above average OP. But I really enjoyed them because they felt like comfort openings and endings to me. Like the ending sounded like it sounded like a My Hero ending, kind of, you know, or a good rom-com ending. And I really like those sorts of endings a lot. I like sort of high-pitched female vocals doing a pretty happy song with nice photos of, you know, like in-universe photos of the characters. That's like a classic ED that I always like. And the OP, Vaundy's amazing. I mean, Vaundy has an incredible voice and has made some incredible songs. And this song didn't sound like what I'd heard from Vaundy before. I mean, the chorus started to sound more like Vaundy, but most of it wasn't what I have come to expect from Vaundy, I feel like. And yet I still really liked it. It felt like surprisingly chill for most of it, but still like a little bit hype. And from what I've seen of one episode of this show, that feels like it fits the vibe of the show a lot, in that it's mostly chill and a little bit hype. So I'm hoping that, you know, when I see more of this show, I'm going to see more how that OP and ED fits with the tone of the show. But for the first episode, it absolutely fit perfectly with the tone. So yeah, I really like it. Anyway, that is my thoughts on the OP and ED. Now, let's talk about the episode itself. I really liked it. And that's good, because as I said at the start of the video, I had read the first chapter. Turns out, yeah, really, like, I didn't remember anything about it. Like, I remembered that he was an assassin who retired, and that he was still cool, like he was still good at his job. And that's literally all I remembered. I didn't remember that Shin was clairvoyant. I didn't remember that he was his ex-partner. I didn't remember that he fucking comes in and kills all the guys there. So yeah, I didn't remember any of that stuff. I didn't remember that he gets a job there at the convenience store itself. It's a lot of stuff that just was not in my mind at all. So I watched this episode as if it was the first time I had ever seen it, because it kind of was. And it was very cool. It was a really fun episode. I hope that it can keep up this quality, because I had, like, even more than I had no issues with the animation, I liked the animation style that was in this episode a lot. As I said during the episode, every impact felt like an impact. And also, the fight scenes were so clear as to what was going on, but also it didn't feel like it was slowing down to, you know, to keep me up to speed with it. It felt like it was going at the appropriate pace it needed to go, only slowing down when it wanted to be badass with an impact, you know? But it was still so clear what was going on. The one time I was confused is when he pulled out the chopsticks, pulled them apart, and then, like, was rushing towards someone, and a bullet came towards him, and you heard a ding, or whatever. You heard like a sound, and he wasn't hit by the bullet, but then he kept moving, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know, like how did that bullet not hit him? But then, like 3 seconds later, another person shoots at him, and we hear the same sound, but this time we see him catch a second bullet within the things. So it's like, it just told us perfectly with that information. Like, it gave us, in the first one, just enough confusion of like, what's going on? And then in the second one, showed us what happened. So I got to have that mild confusion trying to figure it out, and then I got to put it together when they showed me the information I needed to know. And I like, it was really, like, that was like 5 seconds of the show, and it felt really well done. Like, it just felt like it played on my thoughts and expectations perfectly. So I really, really enjoyed that a lot. I like these two characters. I like how quickly it endeared me to Shin, where he came in, he's a nice guy, but he was sent here to do a job. He tries to kill Sakamoto, doesn't work out, and then he's like, Sakamoto has a beautiful family, and he deserves to be happy, and people need him. And so he goes and says to the guy, like, hey, let me die in his place. And I truly believe if the boss didn't have that thought that was like, even if you die, it's not going to change shit. If he didn't have that thought, I truly believe Shin would have died and been like satisfied. Like, if instead the boss thought to himself like, well, if this is what the kid wants, then I guess I don't need to kill Sakamoto if this guy dies, you know? If he thought that, then Shin would have pulled the trigger, I think. But he didn't. But yeah, him being clairvoyant is wild. Like, I compared the opening of this to Spy Family. This episode felt so much like Spy Family to me. Like, it really, really gave me Spy Family vibes in, like, Sakamoto feels like Yor. And then the sort of happy, adorable family life aspect of it is the same as Spy Family, or similar to Spy Family. And also in that you have, like, a husband, a wife, and a daughter, which is, like, really adorable. And then you have the clairvoyant, right? There's a clairvoyant present who can hear what people are thinking. Except obviously with this one, they know that he's clairvoyant. They know he can hear their thoughts, when obviously in Spy Family, no one knows that Anya can read thoughts. But yeah, so it reminded me a lot of Spy Family, but that's a big compliment because I love Spy Family. I think it's a great series. I'm up to date with the manga of Spy Family, so I really care about it, and Spy Family's manga lately, and by lately I mean in the past like 50 chapters or whatever, has been phenomenal, by the way. So good. I wish I talked more about manga somewhere, because I would love to gush about things like Spy Family. I remember I used to post manga, like me talking about manga, onto my Patreon account, and then I stopped doing that. I'll have to do that again, actually. I'll have to pick up talking about manga again. Anyway, let's get back to talking about the show. So yeah, I liked all of that. I loved the "get off my dick" line. Like, I wonder what was that translated to in the sub. I gotta see, because like it's so funny and it feels like such a dub line. So I need to see like what the sub line was. Okay, I'm gonna play it again in English, but I'm just going to play it with the Japanese subtitles.
You're whining, or I'll put you in the ground. Ugh, get off my dick.
Wait, actually, oh, I thought that would be okay. Well, I mean, if I change it to Japanese, is that gonna change the subtitles?
Shin.
Yeah, shut up. I thought it would be that. That tends to be what happens whenever there's like a really funny line like that in dub. It tends to be off of just a pretty classic like urusai or whatever. But "get off my dick" is so funny. like never expect to hear it, especially when you're trying to like figure out the tone of an anime. And I mean, I think this one had like fucker really early on, so it set the tone pretty early that it was going to be that kind of anime. But it was, it was like I still was sort of lured into a false sense of security, and then that line comes up and it's really funny. I love his wife. His wife is so adorable. She like immediately they've won me over with her. I mean, it's not hard to win me over with a woman in anime. But like I'm gonna get so attached. Like there was a shot of her just a second ago. Yeah, like she is just so cute. She looks a lot like Kobeni. I mean, yeah, she's got like Kobeni's hair mostly and the hairpin that Kobeni has from Chainsaw Man. But she's just like adorable and sweet and supportive, and it feels like she is the perfect supportive wife character, you know. And then their daughter is very cute as well. Like it's a very adorable family. I like it a lot. So I can't wait to see more of that. I genuinely hope we see, like, I know the wife and daughter is just there mostly to set up the stakes and set up like what they're fighting for, and then, you know, every once in a while be there for some slice of life stuff. But I genuinely hope that the wife has a decent part in the show, because I like her a lot. Like, all she needs to do every episode is just say something cute and supportive or funny, and I will be immensely happy with that. The other thing was, in the OP and ED, there's a I think it's a girl, who, yeah, I mean, you can see her here, but I think there's a better shot of her in the ending. Let me actually go to her in the ending. Yeah, here she is. Yeah, very cute. You know what she looks like? She looks like the girl from Gintama. I've never seen Gintama, but I watched all the openings on this channel at some point. The orange-haired girl in Gintama, who I always thought had a very cute design. That's who she reminds me of. And I really like it. She looks adorable. I'm imagining she's another hitman. That's what I'm kind of guessing. I don't know that for sure. But I hope so. I would love to see her kick some ass. She seems great from her design alone. That's literally all I've seen of her, and I can't wait to meet her. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by this episode. Like I think it really sells you in the scene where Shin walks in and is ready to kill Sakamoto, and Sakamoto's chewing, and then he goes, "Goodbye," and he like pulls out the gun and fires at him, and Sakamoto just immediately spits a gumball at the bullet and knocks it off course. It's so beautifully ridiculous, like perfectly setting the tone of like, there's gonna be some crazy MacGyver bullshit in here, and you don't have to think about like, oh, how realistic is anything or whatever. It's like, what's the coolest bullshit for killing people that we can come up with mundane shit. We're gonna do that. So yeah, this has impressed me a lot. I really do hope that this same quality of animation and directing and all of that sticks around for the series. If it does, I'm very satisfied. I'm very excited for it, because I felt like this was great. And the thing about, I think part of the reason that I would have struggled with the manga, and I'm only just realizing this now, is sometimes I struggle to follow blocking in manga. Like I struggle to follow, because I've got a terrible like visual imagination, I feel like. So when you show a panel, like, you're supposed to be able to extrapolate what the space looks like in your mind around what they're seeing and where they are and whatever. And I get lost very often. My D&D group makes fun of me a lot for it, because whenever we're doing anything that doesn't have like straight up visuals on the map or whatever, I'm asking questions about where the fuck we are constantly. Because I just have a terrible imagination for that sort of stuff. So in this show, I can see it all happening in real time. It's much easier for me to follow. So I feel like, and that feels like that's the appeal of the series. So I think I'm going to enjoy this a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm, you know, I feel like I don't need to say this because you saw me enjoy it, but I'm happy I watched the dub. If only for that "get off my dick" line. Like, there's nothing that could have compared to that, honestly. But also, I mean, it feels right to me because it's like a hitman type show, and like it feels like the plot feels like very Western inspired. You know, stuff like John Wick and stuff like that. Like the classic, you know, assassin coming out of retirement is such like a Western action movie trope that it just feels natural for them all to be speaking English to me. So yeah, anyway, that is Sakamoto Days episode 1. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you liked it, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.